Hey GCers, what's going on? Um, Welcome to Chaos in GC. And that is exactly how you could describe this week. Chaos. Well, let's start out with what seems to be everyone's favorite topic. Adam Newman. He's not a happy man. He just found out that his widow, I guess you could call her, Chelsea Newman, doesn't want to see him. And his son Connor now has a new father. This is not a good thing for Adam. Adam seems to be sliding a bit off the rails. Um, and he's attached himself to Sharon, which does not make Ray very happy. Um, Ray has seen the connection between these two, and he doesn't like it. He's not comfortable with it. He wants Sharon to back up. Um, Sharon doesn't think there's anything wrong. She thinks that she's just being a friend to Adam. How quickly she forgets. And it looks like Adam and Victor are in cahoots together. Or are they? Who else is Adam working with? Because it's obvious he's got more than one iron in the fire. I mean, it's glaringly obvious. And Adam is never one to let one hand know what the other hand is doing. So, he's up to something. And Victoria was right when she told Nick and Billy they have to be careful about what their dearly or their newly brought back to life brother is up to, because he is definitely up to no good. However, there is some good news in GC. Victoria and Billy are getting ready to celebrate their recommitment to each other. Although I think that they are doing the right thing in not getting officially married. I think Victoria has watched Victor and Nikki bounce back and forth and be married more times than, I don't want to say Donald Trump, but maybe Hugh Hefner. Be married more times than Hugh Hefner. And I think that's not what she wants. I think she wants to be with Billy, but she wants to make sure that the two of them are going to be stable together before they take that next trip down the aisle, rather than just getting caught up in the new emotion of it all. So I commend them both for being together, taking their time, enjoying each other, and just generally working on getting the relationship where it needs to be before they decide to get married again. Summer? Summer. Summer may be moving on. Maybe. Maybe not. Kyle's friend Theo is in town, and he's got a thing for Summer. This could be very interesting. Well, it's definitely going to be interesting, but it could be good for Summer because I think Theo genuinely likes her. And it's obvious that Kyle has moved on with Lola. I think Kyle cares for Summer. I think he's always cared for her, but I don't think he's in love with her. And I think that Summer needs to accept that reality and get on with the rest of her life. It would be best for her if she genuinely gave Theo a shot. And she might just find that there's someone else out there for her. But if she continues to hang on to Kyle, she's going to live a life of lonely misery. Just ask her mother. Speaking of her mother, Phyllis is falling completely off the rails, and she may end up losing everyone in her life if she doesn't stop it. That includes Lauren and Michael, who have supported her in the worst of times. But I think even they have had enough. And Lauren and Michael, what is going on there? This couple has been one of the most stable over the past 10, 15 years. And I don't know quite what the deal is here, but it looks like there's trouble on the horizon for these two. And it all centers around Jack Abbott, of all people. Jack Abbott? Really? Lauren has never had a romantic interest in Jack Abbott at all. What is wrong with the writers? This is a couple that is an absolute non-starter. Not at all. But it looks like Lauren's matchmaking is going to turn into a match made in absolute pure hell. And poor Michael is going to be left wondering what the hell happened to his marriage. Also, Ray. Poor Ray. His job for Nick, spying on Adam, is going to drive him crazy. Because the more he sees Sharon and Adam together, the nuttier it's going to make him. Ray's not stupid. He knows there's something going on between Sharon and Adam. As much as she may want to deny it, Ray's got eyes, just like all of us have eyes, and we see it. So, how long is it? How long do you guys think it's going to be before these two hit the sheets? Do you think Sharon will be able to resist him? Especially now that Chelsea is seemingly married. Although we all know that soon enough she'll be back in Genoa City. And that's another question. If Sharon and Adam do end up getting together, and when Chelsea returns, what then? We've seen what happens to the relationships that Adam and Chelsea get themselves into when one is gone. They basically implode. And what's up with Adam wanting to take Connor away from Nick? Dude, that's not your son. He may biologically be your son, but that is Nick's son. Nick has raised that baby. And Sage told you before she died that she wanted Nick to be Christian's father. You agreed. You agreed. Even Chelsea knows that Nick is a good dad to Christian. Adam, I think, is being very selfish and very emotional. I don't think he's thinking with his head. I think he's thinking with his heart, because he is angry and upset that Chelsea has moved on, and he wants something tangible to hold on to. And right now, the only thing that he can see that there is Christian. Unfortunately for him, Christian has no idea who he is. Technically, he is Uncle Adam. And if he tries to take Christian from Nick, I have a feeling that he's going to have one hell of a fight on his hands. Because Nick is not only the legal father, but he's raised this boy essentially since it was found out that Christian was alive after Sharon took him and hid him. So, Nicholas has been the only father that this boy has known since Dylan left town. And Christian was really a baby, like almost an infant, when Dylan left town, if you guys remember. So, growing up, Christian has known Nick as daddy. Adam wasn't around. He was busy raising Connor, and then he was blown up in a cabin fire. Also, Adam will soon be on a mission to find Chloe. What is up with that, y'all? What's he looking for there? What does Chloe have that Adam wants? Is he looking for absolution for Delia's death? We've seen him apologize to Billy. We've seen Billy somewhat forgive him. I guess as much as any parent can forgive the man that killed their child. Or is there something more sinister going on? We have also seen rumors that Kevin Fisher is coming back to town, and we know that Chloe and Kevin left town together. So is Chloe a means to locate Kevin for some reason? That would be an interesting plot twist. And if so, what does Kevin have that Adam needs? These are all really interesting questions. Also, Tracy, what's going on there? Is she sweet on Kane? This is, I think, interesting. And for everyone who says this couldn't work, you're wrong. I think Tracy deserves a little romance in her life. And Kane deserves a little something fun. And Tracy can be that. She needs something fun right now. The Abbott family is going through a lot. With Dina being ill to the point where they can no longer take care of her. And Ashley coming back to town. And them having to put Dina in a hospital. I think the Abbott family is going to really have to band together. So, Tracy's new book, giving her a little fantasy life, go for it, honey. Kane's hot and handsome, and hey, why not? Lily doesn't want him. Somebody may as well have him, so let Tracy enjoy him for a while. I think that that's going to be an interesting storyline to keep an eye on as well. Let's see, what else have we got? We saw the reading of Neil's will this week, which I found interesting. He gave Nate his apartment and a seat on the Hamilton Winters board. That was interesting. What's Nate gonna do with that? Nate's a doctor. He's not a businessman. But Devon welcomed Nate to the board. So, we're going to have to see how this shakes out. I'm also curious about Anna. Is she going to let Tessa out of her contract so easily? I have a feeling that Anna is sweet on Tessa. Think about it, guys. We haven't seen Anna really date since she came to town. Not really. She's been focused. And I mean, I know she's had a lot on her mind with her dad being sick and things like that. But Anna seems very protective of Tessa, maybe is the word. So yeah. I'm wondering if there's a little bit more than just helping Tessa with her music going on, and if she may not be trying to get between Mariah and Tessa, which is why she's so when it comes to Mariah, because we can all tell she does not like Mariah at all. And it looks like Mariah and Tessa may be heating things up again. I really like them together, and I think it's good that Mariah is finally happy after all the misery she's gone through. I also am still enjoying seeing Devon and Elena together. Unfortunately, it looks like Devon is still haunted by Hillary. The question is, what does Hillary want? Is she letting him know now that Neil has passed away that she and Neil are on the other side together and they're okay and it's okay for him to move on and live life? Um, or is she not so happy that Devon is romancing another woman in the home that they shared together? This will be interesting to watch play out as well. I'm hoping that the writers don't mess up what is going on with Devon and Elena. Devon, it's time for Devon to move on. It's time for him to be happy. It's time for him to get on with his life. And I hope that unless they decide to bring Hillary back, that they allow him to do this with Elena. Victor, what's going on with his illness? I think it's making him a little slow and stupid. Not stupid, but misguided, especially where it comes to Adam. It used to be that Victor was a lot sharper about things, but I think what Victoria told him is right. He's misguided when it comes to Adam. He wants his son home, and I can appreciate that. And I know that he doesn't want to think that Adam would do anything to hurt him. But come on, Victor, remember your history. This is the guy who shot you and nearly killed you twice. He's tried to take over your company on numerous occasions. Adam is tenacious, and who's to say he won't do it again? And that's not to say that Adam is a bad guy. That's just to say that Adam is Adam. And there will always be a part of him that is aggressive, just like you. He is your son. And you need to remember that. The other Newman children don't forget, which is why they are very wary of him. So it looks like we're going to have to wait and see how things play out in GC. There are some happier times coming for some of our couples, and some families are going to go through some sad times. So, guys, we're going to have to keep watching and just wait and see. I will see you next week when we do this again. Bye, guys.